I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey friends, Brian Ponos here. This is Quarantine with the Stars here on AfterBuzz TV, and today I am joined by an award-winning artist who's ready to remind you all that somebody loves you. Please welcome Ariel Rose. Ariel, thanks for being here.
Hi for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. I am so excited to break into things. We're going to be talking about your new music video, kind of how you're keeping busy during quarantine, and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's do it.
Sounds perfect.
All right. So, things are getting kind of rough. I need to remember that we'll all get through this. So, Ariel, tell me how you've been getting through this and what are you doing to keep busy and not going crazy during these weird times?
Well, quarantine has definitely been an adjustment to say the least. Um,
Hmm.
I've been really exploring other aspects of my creative side, and I've been enjoying writing more lyrics, writing more music and poetry. I've been watching a lot of documentaries, which have been awesome, and just doing yoga. I actually just picked up yoga, which is
Oh, fun.
and it's actually really difficult. I thought it would be, but trying to, not get too fat and gain too much weight.
Seriously. Yep, I've heard of the quarantine 15. Or the COVID 15, whatever they call it. But yeah, I'm like eating a lot too. I'm like trying to like not eat as much, but I'm like,
Like you're like you go to the fridge, you're like I shouldn't eat that, but
right?
I'm so
Seriously, and it's funny you mentioned yoga too. I used to dance. I have a dance background, and when I started yoga, I was like, "Wow, this is basically just like how we stretch and dance, but just like longer." So it's really interesting.
yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of strength. I didn't even realize.
Hmm.
I've always been kind of like a heavy lifter, kind of cardio person. So it's
Yes,
been really cool. I'm really enjoying it.
definitely. Honestly, I think those are great ways. Yoga or meditation or even working out, just ways to kind of keep yourself like from going crazy. Because there's like that's a perfect way to have an outlet as opposed to just like we said, just eating forever. Because that's what I'm doing.
Same, honestly.
Right. All right, Erin, before we get into new music, tell me about your personal story, how you got into music and performing and everything like that.
So I come from a really musical background. My family has always been really involved in it. My great grandfather, my grandfather's my father. So, they've been a really big inspiration into what I do. And I started doing a lot of musical theater. And then I came out with my first CD when I was 15. I worked with a Latin Grammy nominated producer, Juan Vicente, which was really cool. And I went to the Frost School of Music at the University of Miami. I studied opera there, classical voice.
Oh, wow.
And then I went on tour with Cirque Dreams, where I was a lead vocalist in one of their shows, a national tour. And they're now owned by Cirque du Soleil. And that was really, really cool. There were a lot of fun experiences that I had with that. And now, of course, I'm releasing my new single tomorrow.
Yes. So exciting. All right, let's just talk about that. I'm so ready to hear Somebody Loves You. I'm so ready for the world to hear it because I listened to it last night and it was such a great reminder in these crazy times of just kind of coming together and somebody loves you. There's somebody there for you. So tell me the inspiration behind that song and the story behind it.
Yeah, well, when I wrote the song, I myself was just feeling really overwhelmed. And I just remember thinking, like, what is the one thing that someone could possibly say to me in this moment that will make me feel better? And it was just that somebody cared, and somebody loved me. And I think that, sometimes it might sound cliche, but those words can go a really long way, especially in the countries where we've been in quarantine, we've been isolated, and it hasn't been an easy time for a lot of people mentally. So
Hmm.
I think it's important just for people to remember that, people do care. We do love you, we care, and you're not alone.
I love that. I also know that the video that's going to come out with it has clips from your childhood. So what does that mean to you to be able to show that side of yourself to your fans?
Well, it's really cool actually, because even when I was going through the clips, I hadn't seen these videos, ever. My parents were like, "Oh yeah, we have some old footage of you," and I went.
Oh,
Yeah, it was cool. Like when you see yourself growing up and how far you've come, you don't really realize. So it was really cool, and it's really personal for me, and it's very meaningful. I'm really excited for the world to see it. My dad's featured in the video. He's playing the piano, and as I said before, he's been a big influence on me. So it was cool to share that with him.
I love that. What do you want fans to take away from the song and connect with the most?
I want them to know that, no matter who they are, like where they are, whatever they're going through, that somebody loves you. You're not alone, and we will get through this together. I'm partnering with the United Way of Miami-Dade to raise money for their Miami Pandemic Response Fund, which I've always been passionate about charity and giving back.
Mhm.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and a lot of people are going through a lot. So I just figured I wanted to make a difference and give back even from home, and now's a time where we all need to come together. We need to support one another. I'll be hosting my Instagram live concert tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time on my Instagram page to raise awareness and funds for the United Way and perform my new song, new performance. So
Yes.
excited about that, and I'm hoping that people will just donate to the United Way and try to make a difference in the lives of other people who really need it right now.
Definitely. That's such a great message. I love how you're using your platform, especially in these crazy times, to give back and remind everybody of what they're capable of and what they can do when we all just come together. So I love that so much. Before we head out of here, I wanted to jump into something fun because I also understand you're kind of dabbling in Spanish. Are you doing that for speaking or for your music or both? How's that going?
Yeah, I mean, I don't speak any Spanish really, un poquito. Yo hablo un poco español. But I guess being in Miami, I've always been around the culture, the Latin culture, and I love the rhythms and instrumentation of Latin music. It's just like really colorful and fun. Um,
Hmm.
when I work with a lot of Latin Grammy winning musicians, producers, they're all down here in Miami, and there's just a lot of that here. And I've really always loved it growing up. My first concert was actually Ricky Martin growing up,
Oh, fun.
years old. And I loved him, so I still love him. He's amazing. And I've just been really influenced by growing up in Miami, and I've always had a love for it. My cousins are half Hispanic on both sides of my family. I'm like the only white American.
Interesting. I love that. That's great. Honestly, over here in LA too, it's Mexican culture and Spanish is huge as well. So I've decided to like kind of dabble in Spanish as well and learn about it because I also do have friends and relatives who are part of that culture. So I love that. So very fun. I love that so much. So before we get out of here, Ariel, is there anything else you'd like to shout out, whether it be about your music or about anything going on these crazy times?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that you guys will join me for my Instagram live concert tomorrow. My page is at I am Ariel Rose, and it's going to be a really fun time. I really hope that you guys will just donate to the United Way and help make a difference.
I love that. Where can people find your music, by the way?
On Spotify, you'll be able to find my new song tomorrow. At just type Ariel Rose, Apple Music, all streaming platforms. My video will be on YouTube. Follow me on my social media. Just type in I am Ariel Rose for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
Yes, perfect. We are definitely going to follow you. Everybody go and follow Ariel. I'm sure you want to keep up with all her music, the exciting single she has coming out tomorrow. Somebody Loves You. It's going to be amazing. I loved it. I know you're going to love it. I'm Brian Santos. This has been Quarantine with the Stars with Ariel Rose. You can catch me on all socials at the Brian Santos, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.